Hey there, welcome to our YouTube channel called Becoming Green. I am Andy. Today I'm going to be sharing with you our process for reducing waste by composting all of our food scraps. While we use a countertop compost machine, a friend of ours in town named Joy uses a compost tumbler. So if you are thinking about composting, hopefully this video will give you some better insight into maybe which process or which machine will be best for your family. I found a short video that Brown University put together, and it presents a really clear reason why composting is important.
Composting is an eco-friendly alternative to discarding our food waste with three important advantages. First, composting allows food scraps to degrade in the presence of oxygen, meaning no methane is produced. Second, composting mimics natural nutrient recycling processes, breaking down biodegradable materials to produce organic fertilizer, a sustainable alternative to synthetic fertilizers that require high amounts of fossil fuel energy to produce. Third, composting diverts waste from landfills, preserving natural ecosystems that would otherwise be cleared for landfill use.
Channel. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe.
So I have my wife with me here, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about our composter.
So we just use these Tupperware containers if we have too much to fill up the bucket during the week. This lid has a filter on it so it doesn't stink up the house. And whenever we are ready to run a cycle, we just put the bucket in, line up the arrows, put the bucket in, then put the lid on and hit start.
So what can you put in the compost machine?
Anything like coffee grounds, eggshells, raw vegetable or fruit scraps like banana peels, tomato peelings, apple skins, anything like that.
So what do you use the compost for once it's all finished?
We usually put it in our potted plants or in our garden.
Okay. So what is your name?
I'm Joy.
Okay, and so what made you want to start composting?
I just wanted to kind of reduce our trash, and I was tired of flushing stuff down the garbage disposal that I knew would be helpful for my garden and would ultimately keep some things out of the trash. Because I don't know, when you come to the realization that pretty much everything that goes to a trash dump, even stuff that should easily decompose, it just doesn't, because they're like sealing it in a Tupperware container. So even hot dogs, even organic matter and stuff like that, it doesn't decompose the way that it would outside even.
So what made you choose that specific compost machine?
I liked this one because it was small, and so it would fit in my garden space. It rotates so that it helps make that go faster. These green things are little kind of spikes in the inside that keep stuff moving too. So it just is very practical and just very easy.
So then how long does it take to actually make the compost?
Last year what I did, and it worked really well, was I kind of added to it in the spring and the summer and kind of let it sit and came out and turned it and everything every now and then in the winter, but didn't really add a lot of stuff to it in the winter. And then this spring, when I was getting my garden ready, I just added that compost in and raked it all in before I planted anything, and that worked really well.
So what do you use the compost for?
I just use it in my garden. So I used it this spring to help get my garden started.
So you talked about having the tin can there, and so that's just the scraps until you're ready to kind of put it in the...
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what I have in my kitchen, and I really like it because it can hold a lot, and then it also has a carbon filter up here, so it helps keep the smell and keeps the bugs and sealed out. So every now and then, when this gets full, I'll just bring this out here, dump that in all sorts of good stuff in there.
So yeah, that's a good point. So what are the kind of the things that you put in there? I'm guessing like eggshells and things like that.
I put in eggshells. My tea bags, I have British blend tea bags, so they don't have any staples or paper in them. So I'll put my tea bags in there, eggshells, the scraps from my salad. When I pick flowers from my garden and then they're done, I put them in there. I'll take up, this is scraps of weeds that I just pulled out of my garden, so I'll throw those in there. So all that good stuff goes in there.
Is there anything that you can't put in there?
I don't put in any kind of animal scraps like meat, fat. I don't put any of that stuff in there.
Okay.
I don't put cooked food in there, even cooked vegetables. I don't put in cooked vegetables. It's really just like the raw.
Got it. Okay.
If none of those works, I do want to share an app that I found called Share Waste, and it looks like it has various options based on location of people that might be in your neighborhood where you can just provide those scraps and they compost it for you. So that might be something to check out on the App Store on your phone.
Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope the information on here helped you understand a little bit more about the benefits of composting and our own journey to becoming a more green family.